After their recent blunder with the Chinese community, it looks like Kuro Games has made another huge mistake, this time affecting their Japanese players. So, what exactly happened? Let's break it down. This all started with a mistranslation of the description of the 5-star weapon Verdant Summit. The weapon's description promised a flat 12% damage increase to all resonance attacks and a further 24% increase to heavy attacks after each intro skill or resonance skill, up to 2 stacks. This weapon appeared to be absolutely broken, and many players in Japan went all out, spending significant amounts of money to max it out for what they thought would be a game-changing weapon. But the reality is, the resonance skill was a huge mistranslation that should have been Resonance Liberation. The Japan community was outraged upon hearing this. People lost money due to Kuro's lack of localization quality assurance. They believe it is absolutely reasonable to expect some kind of compensation for this. And surprisingly, it did. But did it reduce the fire? Not, it just adds up its fuel. Kuro Game apologized and compensate player by giving 160 astrite or only 1 pull. Meanwhile, people spent thousands of dollars just to get this weapon. The situation escalated quickly. Players were furious, and some even filed formal complaints, waiting for a response. After the huge backlash Kuro Games received, on May 31st, they created a form link where people who wanted refunds could click it. So, just as you would expect, people in the Japan community who felt entitled to a refund crowded to fill out the form. But many who received the follow-up email were left confused because in those emails it said, "Please note that if a refund is issued, the equivalent number of Lunites will be deducted from your in-game balance. If your in-game Lunites are insufficient, this will result in a negative balance." To simplify, it means that they won't take the weapon back. Either you keep playing with it, or get your money back and end up with a negative amount of astrite. Now the question is it bannable? It didn't specifically say a ban, but it's kinda common sense that most gacha games will ban you after a week or 2 if your account is still negative. Even if we assume there is no ban, well, you're still left with a negative balance. As if that wasn't enough, they are getting flamed again for leaking the emails of players who applied through the forums. So, what happened was Kuro Games recently sent out an email to users who applied through a specific form. However, they made a significant mistake by using the CC field instead of the BCC field. Consequently, every recipient could see the usernames and email addresses of all others included in the email. This constitutes a severe breach of privacy and undermines users' trust in the company. There are many mistake after mistake. I genuinely hope Kuro Games makes fixing these issues their top priority. Many players genuinely enjoy this game and want to see it succeed. As for the weapon, I think buffing it instead of refunding could be a better alternative, as in the future this weapon would probably get power crept easily. So it doesn't really matter. Anyway, that's it for today. What do you think Kuro Games should do? Let me know in the comments below.